Honourable Member for Parkdale High Park.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'm very pleased to be able to speak on Bill C-51. I have to say that my constituents have just deluged my office with emails and letters and campaign materials. There are huge concerns about this bill in the community, and it is a key bill for the future of the health of Canadians. So it needs careful deliberation, careful study, and while it is introduced, it has been introduced by the government with the goal of improving the health and well-being of Canadians, there are serious concerns that it will in fact have the opposite effect. Of course, we want the products that we use, the medications that we use, to do no harm. That certainly has not been the case in the past, where everything from children's toys to food to pharmaceutical products have in fact done great harm to Canadians because of lack of government vigilance and regulation. So of course we want our products to be safe and effective. But there are many people who use natural health products, and they are very, very concerned about this legislation. And they're concerned that somehow by using the term in Bill C-51 of therapeutic, that natural products and the practice of natural medicine will be lumped in with the pharmaceutical products that people want to exercise choice to choose an alternative to. And we've heard in this House before that in previous hearings that have taken place in the 1990s that the Standing Committee on Health in fact recommended a special definition and separate regulations for dealing with natural products. That seems to me to make very good sense, but that is not what is contemplated with this legislation, and I believe that the people who are raising this alarm across the country have absolute validity in raising their concerns. They don't want to use natural products that are not good for them, but they understand that natural health products are not the same as pharmaceutical products and the chemical compounds that are required to have very, very rigorous testing before they are allowed on the market, and even then, not with always universal success. But I want to just read a couple of the letters that I have received, because there are very many eloquent, well-informed people who are very concerned about this legislation. I'll just read a couple. The first one is from a woman named Chris Strike in my riding. She's a community leader. She works in healthcare. And she says, I'm writing to express my concerns about Bill C-51 and the impact it'll have on on the ability of my naturopathic doctor to treat my health concerns safely and effectively. As an informed patient, I've chosen to be treated by a naturopathic doctor utilizing natural therapies and substances to ensure optimal health. I'd like some assurances that my choice to see a naturopathic doctor will not be negatively affected by Bill C-51. I have the following questions. Will Bill C-51 exclude my naturopathic doctor from having access to all the products that they need to treat all my health concerns? Will Bill C-51 result in fewer natural health products being available in the Canadian marketplace? Will inspectors have the ability to enter premises and under the search and seizure provisions without a warrant or a judge's approval? I support the need for regulation that ensures that the products recommended by my naturopathic doctor are safe and effective, but I do not support legislation that treats natural health products in the same manner as pharmaceutical products. Now would be an excellent time for the government to implement a third strategy for natural health products as was recommended by the Standing Committee on Health in 1998. And just one other letter. This is from a person who signs themselves FP Jr. I'm writing to express my disapproval and disagreement with Bill C-51. It's something to make every Democratic person's blood run cold. The bill proposes significant changes to the current Food and Drugs Act that will have wide-ranging negative implications for Canadians. I'm a paraplegic, and with what Bill C-51 entails, it would totally eradicate my essential needs of natural products due to my debilitating condition. And further on, they write, I intensely disagree with Bill C-51 and its aim to remove parliamentary decision-making and oversight from national legislation. It's intended to Bill C-51 is intended to replace democratic representative government with unelected closed-door decision-making, which will bind all citizens. So, Mr. Speaker, there is real concern about the wording, which would lump in natural products and all kinds of alternative health remedies in with pharmaceutical drugs, and there is also concern about the process that would take place for the approval of these remedies. There are estimates that up to 70% of natural health products would fail to meet the more stringent testing requirements that today are in place for pharmaceuticals. And as one of the writers to my writing said, that there's concern that Health Canada inspectors would create the equivalent of a police state in terms of their powers to search private property for illegal natural health products. It makes me want to lock up my vitamin C in the morning. It's very troubling for people who believe that this is the best thing for their health. There's also concern that Bill C-51 describes a practitioner as someone who's authorized under the law of a province to prescribe or dispense prescription therapeutic drugs. Since naturopathic doctors do not have prescribing rights, that they will be prevented from making recommendations to their patients. So these are some of the major concerns that I have been contacted about, and it seems that if there was the third category created and if there were regulations for these natural products, that would go some way to helping alleviate the concerns that people have. But these aren't the only concerns in this bill.